Hey everybody, I'm back here. Day two is a wrap at the beautiful. It's been an amazing day, and really some great content. Beautiful weather here. I am at the. You can see the lovely Broadmoor Golf Course behind me here in Colorado Springs. If you don't know, Colorado Springs sorry, Colorado is the sunniest state in all of the United States. So 300 days of sunshine here. We've certainly been able to experience a lot of it. And it's been a great 2 days here at the TLMI Annual Meeting. So just like I did yesterday, wanted maybe 10 minutes or so. Hopefully the internet holds up. I think it did okay yesterday. So if anybody has notes or some interesting things on what happened this morning, please let me know. I was in work meetings all morning up until about 10:30, and so I missed the morning sessions and apologize. I walked in right at the tail end when I think we were talking about different HR practices, and it sounded like it was a conversation relative to, kind of how do younger people get involved in the industry, which is obviously something that I've been very vocal about, and using platforms like this to be able to share. So I walked in. There was a little bit of a break, and then we got into a conversation. Around, let's see, what was it? Oh yeah, my friend Brian Vandewater was on stage, which was really cool. I got to see Brian Vandewater talk and also Matthew Reddington, and they were phenomenal conversations. So Brian talked about, really why I titled this A Wasted Day. Brian talked about the 8 wastes that he finds not only in manufacturing, but also in processing. And so I thought those were really fascinating. They were, hang on one second, the 8 wastes. I got them here on my phone. So what he talked about was, real quick, was the importance of going out onto your production floor or observing a process and just observing, writing down in a non-judgmental way what exactly it is that happens, and then just recording, where do you see waste happening? And he went through example after example after example of times where he has seen this happen within the manufacturing space. But he was very careful to note that this isn't just manufacturing, that this is also in the processing of paperwork, quoting, things of that nature. And so the 8 wastes that he talked about was overproduction, transportation. So, if someone has to walk from one place to another unnecessarily, just take note of that. Inventory, waiting. So you're waiting for signatures, or you're waiting for an appointment, or you're waiting for a meeting. Processing, over processing, unnecessary steps, unnecessary signatures, unnecessary sign-offs, rework. So having to re-input the same thing is obviously a significant amount of waste. Motion, and then finally intellect, which was any failure to fully utilize the time and talents of people. I thought that was so actionable, and it was very well done. He still owes Esteban Garcia from CERM $20, and I don't know when he's going to get it back. Maybe tonight. We're heading back over for for dinner and an award session. Last night there was an award session as well, and my friend John McDowell, Gig'em, he won quite a few of printing awards. So that was really cool to see. So then after Brian, we got into it with Matthew Reddington. And I've known Matthew for a while through LinkedIn. We'd actually never met in person. And so it was great to be able to meet Matthew and hear about what it is that he's doing, which was some really great work, actually, regarding, he talked a lot about findings that he's seen, and then he got into why RFPs don't really work. And I thought this was really interesting. This idea that in packaging, He's with Procure Analytics, by the way. Really fascinating company. You could hit up Matthew for him to tell you about what he does. But basically, this idea that RFPs are actually very rarely realized in packaging. And he talked about his own experience with that and why it is that they don't really work. And I'd never really thought about it that way. That essentially RFPs are requests for pricing, um, are opportunities for packaging manufacturers, like what I do at Myers, to give pricing, but we don't actually have to really honor that pricing, or maybe the order patterns aren't the same, or it's really just a projection out into the future that doesn't really always come true. And that working with group buying groups is actually a more sustainable way to save money. So anyway, I thought that was really interesting and fascinating. He brought up what's happening in the packaging market. So I got these here on my phone, a little yellow case for the packaging podcast. So these are some observations that he had also made regarding what's happening in the packaging world. So some of these are going to be like, yeah, no duh. But one of them I thought I didn't know. I thought it was really interesting. Extended producer responsibility, we're hearing a lot about. I talked about Darla and what they're doing in the state of Colorado yesterday. Void fill laws being passed in Europe and Asia, mills closing. There was 2.5 tons of linerboard taken out of the market. Sustainability, he said, for real this time. The mergers, like what's happening with Smurfit and WestRock, and then certainly in the label industry, we've seen a few of those. Veritiv got purchased by private equity. 9 dragons entered the U.S. market. I'll be honest, I didn't know what that meant. So sorry, Matthew. Pratt is opening a new super plant in Kentucky. But then this one was interesting. Uline has captured over 10% of the market share in packaging distribution. Like, no wonder I get a catalog 50 times a week. That's crazy. Over 10% of packaging distribution is currently being handled by Veritiv. And then I got to go lead my own session with the label leaders of tomorrow. And I love this group. So these are not just young people, though certainly there are young people that are in this group, but people who are leading the way and want to lead the way into the future. So it's not just a group for young people by age, but young in spirit, young in heart. I did refer to my good friend Tim Bulkey as the label leaders of yesterday when he was in the meeting, but Tim certainly has a forward-thinking mind. And so here I am, got to go to the lunch and learn, and it was great. I talked about this platform, LinkedIn, shared what I hope are some actionable ways for people to engage here on social media, the power of having a decentralized presence, and what it is that meant. Nobody had seen the movie Multiplicity, which made me kind of sad. Michael Keaton, he was great in that movie. And so I got to talk a lot about that. So about how, building and creating on social media is in fact scalable, it is sustainable, and it's profitable. And I gave examples of all of those. If you didn't hear it, you should have been there. It was really a great time. I enjoy speaking, and certainly this was it was a great lunch to do that, and then just answered a whole bunch of questions. We talked about paid ads on LinkedIn and why I'm not really sure that they work, about repurposing corporate content and why that's not landing super well. And really the overall message is this: you have to engage with empathy if you want to build a network. Meaning, what does somebody actually want to hear? Like, who is your target market and what do they want to hear? Why are they logging on to LinkedIn in the first place? Is it to be sold something? Probably not, right? They're probably logging on to learn, to gain value, or maybe even to be entertained. And so if you can really do that, then you can gain traction on social media. So that was kind of the overall thing. And I really enjoyed it. It was great. I had fun. Then there was a pickleball tournament, and I don't know about this game, you guys. I've never played it before. I did not play it at all. You totally should, Tyler. Please. Uh, does somebody want Tyler Matusevich? Did I say your name right, Tyler? To run behind me here on the golf. Oh wait, is this him? Is this him? Tyler. Tyler. No, that was not Tyler in the golf cart, apparently. I was probably not yelling loud. You totally should. It's been great hanging out with all the people here at TLMI, and certainly is fantastic. So anyway, they had this pickleball situation, and I don't know about this sport. Apparently, it's a really big deal. It looks like ping pong, but you're standing on the table, and people really love it. So if you're into pickleball, tell me why I should be into pickleball, because I'm certainly down to to learn it and to try. So that is all I have here on the wrap up from the day. Like I said, tonight is the awards show or event. I don't think it's a show, the awards event, and excited to go to that. And then bright and early in the morning, I will be on a flight to Atlanta, Georgia. Um, Ashley, wait, are you here? Ashley, if you're at the event, come find me, or I'll send you my number on LinkedIn. We need to connect up for sure. That was thank you for jumping on this live and reminding me. I can't believe we haven't connected. We'll make sure that happens tonight. But tomorrow morning, I'm flying out to Atlanta. Going to be at Printing United and speaking about kind of smart printing, conductive inks, and RFID. And it's really out of my comfort zone, y'all. I'm excited about it, but I'm also a little nervous. So early flight out, and it's gonna be a fun time. So Ashley, I'll find you in about an hour at the event. Tyler, I don't see you running behind me anywhere. You got about 10 seconds before I shut this thing down because I'm already sick of hearing myself talk. Great event. The Broadmoor's been a tremendous host. If you're not involved with TLMI, go follow their page. We're trying to get them to 3,000 followers and get involved not just on social media, but also in person. If you're in the label business or in the label industry, it's a great group of people. I've been involved in this for a while and super supportive, even though on our Monday show it's like the too little much information. But it's the Tag and Label Manufacturers Institute. So we'll see everyone later. Ashley, I'll come see you. Tyler, I'll come see you as well. Thanks for tuning in and watching me ramble on and on about day 2 of the show. It's been a great time, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side. I don't know.